Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is going to be a video on a new piece of gear that I just picked up today. And now I've actually been looking forward at getting one of these in my hand because when I saw that they were releasing these, I was really excited. Obviously, as you guys can tell here in front of you, I've got two multi-tools. On the left is the Leatherman Squirt PS4. On the right is the Leatherman Wave, and this is it's a pretty old one. I don't know if it's the first generation of the Wave that came out, but it's pretty old. I've had it for quite some years, and this is just the sheath for that one. That's the one that came with it. Now, I'm a big believer in having a tool for everyday use purposes. I unfortunately, because of the way that I carry my EDC, do not carry a multi-tool on my person, but I do have one either in the vehicle or I have one in my everyday carry bag or something like that. Generally, it's my Leatherman Wave. Now, the big thing about Leatherman, if you guys know, is, or multi-tools altogether, but especially Leatherman, which is the more popular brand, is they have tons and tons of different choices for everybody as far as sizes and colors and things like that. So these two I think kind of represent from the smallest to kind of the more mainstream size as far as they go. Now the big thing when choosing a multi-tool for me was making sure that it was in the sense of this one, which is the PS4, that it had both the pliers and scissors. I know a lot of times you'll get like some of these smaller ones that'll have the scissors and not the pliers and things like that, but I think you're kind of limiting yourself if you go that route. So I always try and get them where they have both the pliers and the scissors. So this one has that, and then this one also has the pliers and the scissors as well, which you guys know from the Wave. Now the cool thing about the Wave and also the Squirt is they do have the the pen blades on the outside, and these do lock and things like that, so that's pretty cool. Now, the one thing that I did find lacking in the Squirt when it came to the actual pliers was the fact that there's not a lot of heavy usage that you can do with these. So while you do have a set of pliers, which is really nice, it's almost you just kind of end up running and getting either just a set of regular pliers or something bigger, depending on what you needed to do. Like if you needed to pull something small like a thorn or something out, that's great. But if you actually needed to crank down on a nut or something like that to turn it, then this really doesn't do the job. So when I saw that they were releasing something kind of more in the middle, and let me tell you, there are a couple other styles of the Leatherman that would fill this kind of middle class right here, but this one just caught my eye, so let me just show you what it is. And basically it's this right here. This is the new Leatherman Wingman, and they actually just released two of these, which is one is the Wingman, and then the other one is the Sidekick. There you go. I knew that would come to me. So obviously, they're kind of marketed to always carrying them with you. What's better than a Wingman and a Sidekick to always be with you. So obviously, as you guys can see, this does have the pliers and it does have the scissors. As you can see here. So let me go ahead and open this up. And what I'll do is I'll use the. Let me see if I can get the little blade out of this the Squirt here. I hate opening up these plastic containers. I wish they would just come in a box, like some knives and stuff like that, dude. Let me do this out of camera so I don't cut myself. So, I saw that they were going to be releasing these, and I've been seeing them in a couple sites and whatnot, but I actually was able to find this at my local Bass Pro Shop. I was pretty excited because I wasn't really even looking for that, and price-wise, it was pretty comparable to what I had been seeing online. So, I figured instead of having to wait for it to get to me and stuff like that, I'd just go ahead and pick it up at the store. And like I said, it was a pretty comparable price, so I was pretty happy about that. So, okay, let me set this back down. All right, open this up, and as you guys could see by the packaging, hold on, I'm having a little trouble here. There we go. Alright, as you guys can see by the packaging here, it has 14 tools built into it. The cool thing right off the bat that you can tell is that it has the spring-loaded pliers, which is one thing that the original Leatherman was lacking. I don't know if the newer versions of the Wave was lacking. This one does not have spring versus this one does. So that's always nice because it gives you a lot more usage out of that. Obviously, it has the needle nose pliers, it has the regular pliers, and then it has the wire cutters right there. What's cool about this is also that it includes a pocket clip, and that pocket clip is removable. So, you know, obviously if since this one does not come with a sheath, it's designed to always be carried, so you can always just clip this to your pocket and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to read out the back of the packaging right here, and as you guys can see there, the weight is 7 ounces. So it's, you know, it's obviously very manageable. You know, here's all the features that it does bring if you guys are interested. You know, I'll kind of go through them and stuff like that. But obviously, it just, as you guys can see, it brings just your regular run-of-the-mill things. One thing that was really cool and it was kind of funny is that this one, number 5, package opener. But yet, you know, it's kind of locked in here, so you can't use it to open up the actual tool that you'd want to use it for. So, nice, very smooth finish on it. There it is, Leatherman Wingman. It's got kind of an offset design, so you know, versus the Wave here, when you close it up, you know, it just it's very symmetrical as far as the shape of it. As you guys can see, this one it's kind of offset, but here they are side by side, so you can see it's a little bit smaller size-wise, you know, height-wise, but it is a little wider thickness. And then side by side, obviously not counting the pocket clip. Let me turn it this way better. Not counting the pocket clip, it is a little bit thinner than that one. So it does have the blades on the outside as well. So here's your partially serrated pen blade, and it does lock, so you guys can see there. So you release that. The other side right here, you've got the scissors, and that's always really cool. The scissors on both the Squirt and the Wave are actually inside, so you do have to open it up to use the scissors, versus these are outside. The only thing is, you know, they are kind of thin, so, but it is spring loaded, so it's, you know, definitely going to do you know, the work that you need it for. And on the other side, let's see, nothing on the other side. All right, so it looks like just the blade and the scissors, you know, which most of the time it is what you're going to be, you know, needing the most besides the pliers out of this. So when you go ahead and open it up, let's see, on this side, I'm trying to, this is obviously the first time I've used this, so okay, there we go. So this is your package opener. All right, and you've got a small ruler right here, and it's got a screwdriver tip and a file. And then you have your bottle and can opener right here, and then at the bottom of that it does have a wire stripper right there as well. So that's what's on this side. And let's get on to the other side, and you've got, looks like the majority of your screwdrivers are on this side. Yep, so you got your Phillips head right here, and then your thicker flathead right there. Alright, so all in all, it's more of a basic you know, multi-tool, but you know, it does have the majority of the functions that you're going to need from an everyday tool. And like I said, this is going to be pretty much, you know, it's going to encompass that kind of middle range, where, you know, what you'd find like the juice and stuff like that, the juice sets 2 and whatnot, the Skeletools maybe, as far as the Leatherman line go. This is, you know, the Wingman, and you know, would fall into place. I think the main difference between the Wingman and the Sidekick is, I believe the Sidekick does come with a couple more tools, you know, to include maybe like a saw and stuff like that. So obviously, you know, it gives you more choices depending on what you're going to need for everyday usage. For my purposes, this is more than enough. You know, I like I said, besides the pliers, the knife, and the scissors, I do carry, you know, like screwdrivers and stuff like that in my EDC bag. So I have, you know, those which I would use before I would use any of these. And, you know, for the most part, if I were to open up a package, I don't really need a tool that's specifically for it. I mean, it's cool to have, but, you know, I do have, you know, a knife on me all the time that I can use to open up a package. So for those 3 purposes, this fills it in great. And I know they do make other multi-tools that, you know, kind of bring just those 3, like I think the CS slide and the Skeletool and stuff like that. But for the most part, the weight on this is very manageable for everyday carry. Price wise, that's another big thing. Anywhere from, depending on where you buy them, $25 to $30 for the Wingman. I think $27 to $35 for the Sidekick. You really can't beat it. You know, you're getting obviously the Leatherman, you know, product, so you're getting the good quality name behind it. So it's great. It's a great tool for a great price. Again, I was pretty happy to pick this up, and I just wanted to put this out so you guys can see it. Obviously, it's not an in-depth review, just kind of more of an overview. So let me know if you guys have any questions. All right, thanks.